What is good, my Foolies? Your boy Tom Foolery back in here with another end of the year wrap up journal vlog thing I do at the end of every year. No, I'm late, but better late than never. But never late is better. They tell me time is money, but we'll spend it together. Yeah. Kitty. Anyway, I know I'm late. I extended my vacation longer than originally planned, which was supposed to be physically. I was not here in my house for the end of the year. But then, I got back, just decompressed, got back into work, and not so much forgot about doing this. I was trying to do it before I left, but things happened and I just didn't get to it, and now I'm getting a chance to sit down and do it. This video gonna be all over the place, all right? Just work with me, all right? First of all, most importantly, how have y'all been? How are y'all doing? Hope y'all holidays was good. Hope your New Year's was good. Hope beginning of the year it's been going as planned. If not, hey, don't ever limit yourself. There's plenty of time to get changes done and to get up and get going. You just gotta do it, remember. Anywho, if you never tuned into one of these videos, like I was saying, it's basically just me sitting down talking about the New Year's, talking about, in this case, 2025. So, talking about 2025, key moments, takeaways, learning lessons, curves, ups and downs, whatever. And also kind of mixing in a little channel update, just because I've been messing for a little bit, and like where my brain is, stuff like that. It's basically why I put it under pardon my ramble, because it's honestly what I just do. I sit here, I'm just talking. So buckle in. Alright, this is gonna be one of them things you just have in the background or something. You don't really gotta sit here and just watch. Even though, I'm making this scarf look. The crazy thing, I got this scarf off a Christmas tree for free, because literally on this Christmas tree, it was like a helping Christmas tree, and it had little baggies of like gloves and hats and scarves and toothbrushes and hand sanitizers, like a bunch of useful and then in the mini-bees that people use every day. And I was like, ooh, this all black scarf, let me get that, cuz got that tag still in it. I know something poked me earlier. Crazy. I feel like Captain Jack Sparrow with this on my head, like I'm about to go raise some gold in a ghostly pirate ship or something. Me kinda like it. My bad. Anyway, these videos, I not only am all over the place, but I get vulnerable. I get real, talk about a lot, personal. And as I've said in these kind of videos like this, I don't name people and stir up drama and stuff. This is not what we do over here. But I will freely talk about myself and some stuff to an extent, still without names and stuff being involved, because it's just messy and we don't do that over here, okay? Oh, so 2025. What a year. Indeed, for not only me, people are proud of me. This channel, last year, I'm not even gonna say it was like the worst year of my life, not even close, but it was one of those years, like just a learning curve for me. And honestly, it all started the end around the last half, 3/4 of 2024. It's around that time. I'm not going to go into detail because again, I did that last year for 2024. Be in a playlist if you ever want to go back and watch some other stuff in the progression of madness I've been through. But it like started because I made like one of the huge changes I've ever made in my life, and it was like officially on my own 2 feet, just going through the whole process of moving and actually signing a lease and a deposit and getting furniture and stuff from scratch. And like, y'all know moving expensive. It's expensive. I mean, like, God bless Dollar Tree and other dollar stores that helped me get a whole lot that I still want to replace over time. You know, I do deserve some fancy things every now and again, but Jesus, everything else, Lord of mercy. Now, like I was saying, the end 2024, a lot slowed down for me, channel wise, personal wise. Changes were being made. Had to figure out a whole bunch of stuff and actually take this personal journey I've been on more serious. I would say I'm a loner. I don't really go out and stuff. I don't party. I don't really, hey, I know you can catch a vibe outside, but I can catch a vibe in the house too for the free ski. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to spend $1. If I want something to drink, I get my bottle. I'm old enough. You know what I'm saying? If I want herbs, I know who to get in contact with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do I need to be outside for? I mean, I did go out a lot more last year than I ever have, just to kind of step out of my comfort zone. Like, going out it's nice. You go out, relax around, especially when you're around good people. I make sure I'm around good people. I make sure who going. All right, cool. Certain people, no. Catch me in the crib. I'll be in the house. I'll be in the house. Don't worry about it. Don't even call me. Don't even worry about it. I've been really kind of locking in on myself because, like I said, 24 was rough. It was rough. It was beating me up until the point, like, I almost felt like I was getting backed in a corner and felt like I was going back to a darker place, and I just didn't know what else to do but to, like, finally, like, actually stand up, chest out, and be like, nah, we gotta fix this. We gotta change this. You know, last time we fell to it and it almost got bad. So this time, stand up, let's chest out, and let's figure it out. Wasn't even like scared to like move and make a bunch of changes. It was, but I wasn't like scared to go through those changes. It was like a nervous excitement because I've never been on my own. There's moments in my life I've been by my own. Like when I first graduated is when I would say I had a place to myself, but it was my godparents' house. So like he let me have it. They moved to Missouri for military reasons. You know what I'm saying? He got restationed or whatever over there, and but anyway, they got stationed over there. My godbrother was supposed to stay with me. We were supposed to take care of the house, but he decided to join the military, so he went with him, and ultimately I ended up by myself. And it was the biggest awakening I've ever had in my life when it came to being an adult and how important bills and the job and all this other kind of stuff is, because all I had to do was keep up with bills. Godfather handled the mortgage and things like that, since it was technically their house. I was just in charge of bills, had to get a job. In 3 months, I really couldn't find one, and I had to end up moving up here into the Appalachian Mountains. Kitty, you scared me. And not been here since. I did move back Moved in with my ex. Wasn't alone. Was with her. After that, I moved back up here. After we broke up, after like 4 years, lived with my mom. Get back on my feet. Moved in with my cousin. That was him and his boyfriend, so still wasn't alone. And it was a duplex, so the neighbors upstairs moved out, and eventually they moved out to the upstairs one, and I stayed downstairs, so I kind of was alone. But I was with my mother and my kids, so I wasn't by myself. And then she moved out, so that's when I was alone. Then I truly became alone when my cousins left, bought the building, invested in a house, and they moved, and I had that whole building to myself. It was such a freeing kind of experience. I was in 30, a couple years ago, maybe 2, 3, 4, something like that, where I had space to myself. I had focus on my channel more. It was like everything was going good, till it didn't. And then I had to move again, which I did the end of 2023. I always get confused. So yeah, it was in 2023 I moved out to outside the city, to the country, and definitely be to myself, but working on other things with my little family, and it didn't pan out. So that's what closing into 2024 led up to me looking for a place and moving, and me finally being by myself. Now, during that time, it's what I was looking forward to, so I felt like I really needed it, because again, I felt just it was always something, like even people at work could tell I was different. I'm more drained. There was a lot of forced laughs. There was just interesting time that was had throughout 24, and then rolling into 2025. The end of the year for that 2024 was, like I said, I kind of made a bold decision and got even more fervent with my prayers and meditation and stuff. So, real quick, little disclaimer. I don't do them kind of talks. Politics, religion, stuff like that. Me personally, if it's about me, I'll talk about it. Other people's views and opinions and stuff, have them. I don't, like I said, we don't do drama over here. I don't like going back and forth. It's just too much. It's way too much. But me, growing up Southern kid, got my faith, got my beliefs, and I've always been a prayer kind of guy, but it's always been spotty. And the older I got, the more into it I got, and learning stuff on my own now, and things I grew up learning starting to make sense. And it's just, my dad is super religious, so he's always kind of like been in my ear, in my corner with stuff. And it's like, well, I say super religious, I mean he does some things and stuff that shall not be discussed, but he's always been in the church. I can say at the end of the day, doing something, playing drums, Bible study, whatever the case may be, he was always trying to be involved. So even still to this day, talk about it. It's better because now that I'm older and he understands, and like I'm kind of on my own spiritual growth. Like, we relate a whole lot more on that, and that was one thing I was doing then in 2024, was praying and listening. Because, you know, they say if you're going to pray that, you know, your faith is supposed to do the work, not necessarily you. And I was trying to force stuff, but the more I was going through that year, the more I learned to just kind of sit back, and I was like, you know what, I did my part, let the good man above do his part. And things start coming together. I started feeling better. Mentally, I was more focused, determined. Like, just because I couldn't find a place, it was kind of stressful. It was. In the beginning of 2025 was like, I was so focused on, you know, house hunting, apartment hunting, or whatever, just out here for living hunting. And Kenny, what are you doing? I don't know why she has such a fascination with my duffel bags under my bed, but cats, am I right? But anyway, starting off last year, I was, like I said, I was determined. I was getting more focused. I was being more involved in my channel because, like I said, a lot of stress and anxiety was going on in 2024 and kind of carried over. But I'm like, but there was always my channel in the back of my mind because I did not want to fall off the progress I felt like I was making, because YouTube is quick to ghost your channel and you gotta like fight to get back in the algorithm and a bunch of other crazy stuff. And I was just trying to get that traction back and focus on videos and things like that. So I was like, I can focus on other things while I will find somewhere to move. Because for me, it was move closer to my daughter's school, closer to my job. Closer to my job, from where I was, either one of those options was better for me. Because like I said, it's out 20-25 minutes outside city, well, not outside city limits, but it's like, you know, one of them smaller cities you pass through before you get to like a major city. And both of those would have been better for me. And it was just hard to find exactly what I needed. But again, I took that time to focus on my channel and focus on my 7 Days to Die series again, which unfortunately got canned for me because it was one of those games, you know, after a major update, you lose the world you so hardly worked in. You don't know what 7 Days to Die is, open world zombie craft war game, whatever. It's really fun. Been a fan of it for years. It's how I met the boys, and it started off YouTube with them, like with 7 Days to Die. Basically, like, it was so fun. But they released a big update that nobody liked. Honestly, the community reaction was super negative, even mine, because first of all, it deleted my world. My Book of Fooly series, which was my Book of Eli spinoff, because it's one of my favorite movies. Within the 7 Days to Die game, it's still one of my favorite like series things I've ever done. Sat down, recorded, edited, like the whole process. I just love doing those videos. It was so much fun because you know, I'm exploring my map, the world I built and created, stuff I've been doing. And have it just ripped away because y'all can't make the update save my world. Like, can't update the assets in that world, so you gotta like delete everything. I don't necessarily know how it works. I'm not a game developer, but I just try to put fancy words together to make it sound like I know something. But yeah, that sucked. It did. But before it got canned, it was something I could play and work on, and I think around that time is when I did my revamp too, because I wanted to transcend, because it's like DBZ theme. Like my background here got off of Spark and Zero, which was a dud. I still think it's a fun game, but it is kind of like a one note type deal, you know. I'm not an online fighter kind of guy, but whatever. Just so gossy. I need some tums. But I was like, oh man, I can focus on this and can do that. And had ideas with the channel, and like I said, the revamp, the little intro you seen in this video, and the song, and then you're gonna see like I worked on, like, kind of had motivation again, because I wanted to take this as serious, moving as serious as I could, and finally ended up moving to a place 10-minute walk from my daughter's school, 10-minute bus ride to get to work, 15 traffic compared to 35, 40, 45 bus ride to get to my old place, and like basically the same to get to my daughter's school. Like, yeah, it's for me not having a vehicle, something I will be working on this year. I did, being on the bus line was important for me, so like just where I am here has just been so meaningful, and it just, I felt purposeful and just like exactly what I needed. And even though it took a couple months, that's what patience, that's what prayer and patience, that's what it is. Sometimes you just gotta step back and you gotta look. If stuff ain't going how it's supposed to be going, you're supposed to be focusing on other stuff, I feel. And me doing that took a lot of pressure off. Like, oh God, I can't find nowhere, blah blah blah. Like, I was able to use that energy for other things, and then finally move, in which I did. And since then, it has been a really true growth moment for me into getting into a rhythm of bills once again, and getting stuff from my crib, and ending up with a pet. And I just want to bring her up, not only because she was in here. She on my bed? Don't mind the laundry. Don't stop looking at it. No, like I said, she's probably up under there, up on her duffel bags. But even like getting her was to be something I needed as well, because I did want a cat. I love dogs, but you know me, I feel like I'm about to be 34. We slowed down a lot. Well, not really, but kind of like cats are chill, right? One of my nicknames is Tomcat. You know what I'm saying? It's just right up my alley. This Cats is right up my alley, and she is so just loving and pure of just cuddles and furriness, that coming home from a stressful day and her meowing because she wants cuddles and actual like belly rubs. I've never been able to rub a cat on the belly. It still freaks me out. Like, I get timid. Like, sometimes like I'll pet her and then like to do the thing or to turn the head, and I'm like, I bet it's over. She's about to take a whole chunk out of my wrist. But it's literally like she's not gonna lick my arm, and she's gonna like, it sometimes feel like she's trying to drill her head into my arm. It's how hard. Like, I feel like she wants me to pet her sometimes. But even just that just has helped so much, and just spiritually been focused more on that, with being more sincere in my prayers and my devotional daily readings and stuff like that. It's making these changes. Like, I feel like a change is coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like something's on the horizon, or you don't know exactly what it is. You just feel something's on the way. Like, I've been feeling like that since I made the decision to do this move. Like, even before that, it was like always there, but I'm like, nah, I got it. I got it. It's nothing. I'll just ignore that. And like now that I'm not ignoring it, like it's, I don't know, it's something for me to like focus and be hopeful for. You know what I'm saying? And even like channel wise, I was able to sit down and play games never played before, got to experience, have fun with. Like Contraband, been wanting to play that game forever. I basically ended the year with that. So much freaking fun. That was just one thing I just kept saying to myself. I'm like, hey, this is a fun game. Like, even though Dead Space was fun, when I streamed that was also a super dope real moment for me. I don't remember if it was like episode 3 and 4 or like 4 and 5 or 5 and 6, somewhere in that range. That was the first time I was streaming and had over 100 people in both like streams, like back-to-back nights. It like freaked me out so much. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little saucy. A little saucy, a little wine, you know, shit. We old. I told you, when you get older, you gotta liquor ain't what it used to be. All right, we calm down with the liquor. All right, we not in our teens no more. You need to get some refined wine and unwind. And that's what I had, and it's like the numbers were going up, and I'm like, bro, got over 100 people there, like. And just to have that, just to like fake it like that many people tuned in at one time. Like, I think one of them capped out at like close to like 140, 150, and then the next one was like 120, 130. Like, I couldn't fathom. I just knew I was playing classic Dead Space horror game. Never played it before. Was going to do it for Spooktober. I'll get to that in a second. That is one of the thorns of last year. I was supposed to do a video, and I still might. I don't know. Maybe I feel like maybe that time's passed, but I don't know. But I was playing Dead Space, and like those 2 nights happened. And honestly, if I didn't have a little something in my system, I probably anxiety would have won, because I kind of low key was freaking out because. I'm like nervous, excited, like holy crap, man. It was like, dude. Matter of fact, I took a picture. Yeah, look at this shirtless little Goku eating a popsicle. Yeah, it's so funny. Alright, you know how it is when you pick up the phone, you just start scrolling like I ain't never seen those pictures before. I took them or downloaded them. I don't know where that picture is. I did screenshot it, but it was really cool. And a really like good moment for me, because a lot of last year, like I said, within my journey, Sonic been a thing this whole journey, but even just like reset, it's not necessarily like quitting. It's just, I don't know, of kind of like, what's the point anymore? But I still, like, even just to sit down and record this, I've been itching to record this, just to like sit down and record something again. So it's like, it's still there. So it's like, and I had so much fun with Contraband and like ideas. It's like, I felt like I just have to do those ideas. And the problem is, I just didn't do a lot last year that I wanted to. But I feel like, I need to. Like, I just keep playing fun games. It was fun because we played fun games. And maybe step back and kind of like look at my whole channel and videos I've been in. And I mean, from time to time, I fall asleep to my videos just because it's like something I know I've done, I remember, or maybe I forgot, or you know, whatever the case may be. It's just like the easiest thing to fall asleep to, because it's like I ain't gonna be too interested, even though sometimes I do catch myself watching something for a whole hour and sleep timer on my TV turns off, and I'm like, oh, yikes, gotta work in a couple hours. But yeah, like Dead Space was a huge moment, and so was Raft. Met new people playing Raft. Always wanted to play that game. Way more funner than I expected, and it was just fun. I didn't do as much like edited stuff, but that was like one of the biggest lords of last year, is trying to upload my 4-year YouTube birthday celebration montage that I do, or have been doing since the first one, which is October 8th, is my YouTube birthday. And every year I make a big montage, make it on my iPad using CapCut, great editing software for especially for iPad. I know there's probably better, but like you can get the pro version, but like even free, you can do some pretty cool stuff. And like I said, I know something about editing. I've never been to school for it. I mean, technically I did take a broadcast and development a broadcast and video development class in high school for about 1.5 years. So I know about editing and Photoshop from them. And after that, it was just kind of like what I've done on my own, which ain't a whole lot until I started YouTube. But yeah, I go through, I make those. Anybody knows about like making montages and stuff, the biggest thing is getting clips. And my biggest problem was I know my iPad does not have enough storage for the amount of clips and videos that I be trying to download, because that was one of the biggest problems I was running into when it was coming to make that video, was storage space. And that became a huge problem. It happened with the third one too. Only the first and second one was actually released on my birthday. The third one, being a little bit longer, bigger, was maybe a week and a half late, because I kind of got a late start on it, and I didn't know I was going to be running into some similar problems I did last year. So it was a little late, but then last year was like super late, and I missed basically all of Spooktober, which was upsetting, because I forgot Phasmophobia, bro. Like, I forgot we played that game. I love that game too. Not necessarily like it got stale after a while, but it was just like the game scares me. I live by myself. I don't want to. The long story short, my problems was, again, storage. So like moving around stuff, deleting apps and stuff to figure that out, to try to help. I was able to get 2 halves of the video exported, just to like. So what I would do is export and compress like half of it. That way I could delete those clips, because if I deleted the clips before I exported it, it wouldn't work, because I would open it back up and be like file missing or whatever. And then I would have to go back and like redo it all over again. So just compress it together, delete it, saved on a lot of space. But then turned into the trouble of, now that I got 2 halves and trying to put it together, file's too big. So I was trying to use the desktop version. My trusty laptop over here was a problem to get it uploaded to the cloud, the CapCut cloud, which I messaged them. They didn't message me back at all, ever. I'm over here freaking panicking and sweating and mad, because even the whole, like, trying to get both halves of those videos was hard enough. The second half I had to delete and basically remake, because like I messed it up. Like it was. Just thinking back on it is making me hot and sweaty because I was so frustrated and done with everything. And then it was like, I'll try to use it on my phone. CapCut on my phone. I got a lot of space on my phone. That didn't work because I couldn't get it to download off the cloud. That's when I was messaging CapCut and it wasn't helping. And then trying to get it back on the computer. Couldn't get it to download. I'm letting it download like all day. I'm at work and coming home and stuck on like 70%. And just wasn't moving. And the whole time I'm in Discord with the boys. Yeah, the Dev Keegs, my Wag Me boys, and trying to get suggestions, things like that, and what I could do. And finally got it to work. Finally got it uploaded to YouTube, and I haven't edited something since. Besides this video, that was back in October. So just took a 3-month hiatus from editing because that whole process. This is days and weeks. Like it was because it was hard to edit stuff and get stuff done on my days that I work, and then the best time I can do it on my days off. And it's like, bro, I'm literally spending all day sitting here doing this like again. But finally getting it uploaded was like, I don't know, just my coup de grace, because I put a lot of hard work into it. I'll have it linked down below in the description, because I really want people to see that one, because I put a lot of hard work into it. And plus I do those videos because I feel like that's a great way to look at my channel and be like, I get the Foolery, I get the name, I get Tom Foolery. I get it. Like, to find it really was to finally get it uploaded was so relieving. But yeah, all of that kind of like led up to me actually enjoying my vacation. Not saying I wasn't. I already knew, like, this is the first time me and my older sister and her kids and her husband and my little sister, who already lives down there with my mom, it's the first time we've been together in like forever, not playing a game or something. We haven't even played a game in a while. Like, so I already knew. I was like, I'm going down there. I was already surprised. My mom didn't know she was coming. I was coming with my daughter. So that was her Christmas present, which was beautiful, because I haven't. My older sister was able to make it down there last year. I was not. Like I usually do over the summertime. And I know that bummed both of us out, but this was kind of redemption. It was worth it. So fun and freeing, and just a moment like I actually lived in the moment. I kind of sit and force myself to live in that moment. I mean, just look at this. This was my New Year's. This is where I spent my New Year's. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it. It's yeah, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look, the clouds, the beach, the water. It was so pretty and serene. And I'm with my family. Coming home, just, I don't know, I'm more invigorated than ever. Because the last time I was down there for New Year's and spent it with my mom was like the best start to a year I've ever had. And I feel it's doubled now because we was all down there. And I want to use this feeling, fuel in the drive, and to like actually combat that feeling of like I don't want to do YouTube anymore, even though like I do. It's one of those things. I also want to get back into my journaling. It's gonna be my little doodle book / journal book or whatever. That's been freeing, and try to just get back into me. That's what I've really been focusing on all last year. And like I said, coming back from vacation is just ideas, getting back into the groove of work. Been contemplating a whole lot. Didn't even really play the game a lot when I was in Florida. I played a little bit because I didn't take my PS5 because I knew my little sister had one and my profile's already on there. So, you know, I was just cloud streaming some stuff. And it was funny because her controller stick drift is insane. It did warn me about, and I was trying to play Risk of Rain 2, which you'll probably see on this channel very soon. Because that's a lot of fun. I always wanted to play that, and I was just down there, and I'm like, well, my mom and little sister's at work, and you know, me and the sister and the kids is just chilling. Play the game. That's what I do. Then I was playing that a little bit, and I was like, this is a fun game. We can stream this. So that helped me come up with some ideas. I still want to continue to play Contraband and do like the inspector mode to like build up a base. I still haven't played Phasmophobia again. I want to because of the new map. I haven't even tried it out yet. That was back in like November. But that video, man, it took a lot out of me, and I was already playing Dead Space. I didn't want to play anything else. I was invested in Dead Space. Didn't want to put my energy elsewhere that I didn't have. So that debacle took a whole lot out of me. It really did. But expect some Risk of Rain 2. I was talking about at one point I did the classic PSGM siphon filter. I've always wanted to do 2 and 3. Just never got around to it. I won't say I have basically half a game already recorded. Just got to edit it, but I got a lot of like clips I can already use and start. It's just starting. That's just the thing. There's a lot of stuff I want to do, a lot of caves I want to play, and that's kind of what I want to do this year. Is just to. I still want to do my story-driven games. Like we're playing Ghost of Yotei. I'm playing it. It's happening. Ninja Samurai Cabo. If you know, you know. That's me. That's my jam. I love that. Love everything about it. Ghost of Tsushima was one of the greatest games I've ever played in my freaking life, dude. And then I said I haven't played Doom Dark Ages. I want to play that. Not necessarily for the story. I mean, I do want to play it for the story because I am interested in the choice they went with, like older, past Doom guy, basically. Or is it the same? I don't know. Might be the same one. I don't know. But also Doom is just like a super fun game. And I got a chance to do Doom Eternal on the channel. I got Dragon Ball Z Spark Zero finally on the channel a little bit. So I want to do that a whole bunch, but again, a lot just like fell off on the sides, and that's just something I'll be working on this year. Seriously, a lot. So expect a lot of randomness for me this year. Expect a bunch of fun games. I'm hoping to do more collabs, meet new people, open my Discord back up. I'm meant to make a new one because I deleted my old one. I want to open one of those back up, get people in. Great way to grow the community. I want to focus more on my social media side for the channel, not so much my personal social media. That's just turned into a filth. That's just filth. Not even intentional. It's just what it is. It's just cheeks and links and gummies that can make you, you know, like, it's just, and a bunch of negative like news and stories, a bunch of other stuff. I want to focus more on the social media side for my channel, because when I was growing and getting subs and stuff like that, it's when I was the most active on social media. So I want to get back to that, get back to shorts and TikToks and things, and just get into it, man. This year is going to be a great year. And I'm stamping it, and I'm going to make it a great year. I want it to be a great year. And it's going to be a great year. And hopefully it's a great year for you too. And I don't want to sound cliche, but in closing, if you have high hopes for this year, if you are motivated, and hit that like button, comment down below some words of encouragement, your plans for this year, what you got going on, how have you been, or even just to say what's up, man. Let me know down below. Hit that sub button, man. Join the family, come join the gang. I'm trying to hit 300 subs this year and beyond. But we want to take it, tick by tick. I just want to jump up to 500. Let's go right now. Let's go. I'm trying to get monetized. Like, no. The beautiful part of the journey is the journey itself, not making it to the destination. So I really will be focusing more on this journey and not where I want to be. And I hope you guys do too. Love every single buddy, every single person that tunes in. I hope it's a good year for you. And as always, until the next time, until that next one, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay food up, baby.